Is Robert Kennedy, JF Kennedy's brother. Okay. He said, what if we go to heaven and we, all our lives, have treated the Negro as inferior and God is there and we look up and he is not white? What then is our response? That's a good question. That's a question that, I think all Caucasian people should ask themselves. And it's a thought that a lot of Black people should think about, especially people like that are in the Christian church and that say that when it comes to God, it doesn't matter what he looks like. Well, how can you ever be liberated if you are worshiping a God that doesn't look like you? Every people in the earth has a God that looks like them, except for Black people in America. You're worshiping white Jesus. So that is a question you should pose. Well, Robert Kennedy, who had a good life, I think he was assassinated, but let's just say he was born into affluence. He pondered that thing. So why don't Black people ponder that thing? What if God is Black? And now he's pondering this thing to say how we as white folks have treated Black people. What if one day we find out that the angels are Black, that God is Black, that Christ is Black? What are we going to do? That's going to be a horrible day. What will be our response? Let me read this real quick for you. This is Jeremiah 16 and 19. It says, "O Lord, my strength and my fortress, my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit." What people will soon find out is that we live a lie. The world is a stage. It's a big lie. And once I found these things out, I said, think about if the people from ancient times could come back. It's like Planet of the Apes. If you ever go back and you watch the first Planet of the Apes, um, it might not be the first one, it might be the second or third one, but somehow he's able to go back in time. He goes to the future first, but he's able to go back in time and come back to America. And when he gets to his home, he's thinking he's going to see all the people that were there when he was there. And when he looks up, he's at the Lincoln Monument. Instead of Lincoln, it's a ape. And then the police pull up. The police are apes, and he's looking around like, what the hell is this? Like the world is upside down. And I thought it's kind of like ancient people coming back from ancient times if they could, and they see the world now and they say, well, damn, the world is upside down. The people who are once at the bottom are on top, and the people who were on top are at the bottom. And so, getting back to this, people will soon realize that we live in a world that is a big stage and that everyone has inherited lies. Everyone has inherited, has started believing things, and it was never like that. The world was totally different where Black people were ruling the world, but through a process of us being people who were want to be like everyone else, we found ourselves at the bottom. And soon or later, people will realize that, as time goes on. I wanted to bring this out because you got to think, who ponders something like this that Robert Kennedy pondered? Most people believe in a God. Most people believe in a supreme deity of power. And usually that supreme deity or power, without a shadow of a doubt, those people think it looks like them, except for Black people. But there's going to come a time where people are going to ponder this, and people are going to want to research. And that's part of my job also, is to open up books, do research, and share it to my people. Share it so that we can bring our level up, our level of consciousness up, our, and our level of understanding.